guys now. Okay. So this dress is normally $285, which is already a bargain. Like that's a really, really, really good price for a dress. It is currently on sale for $242.25. So for under $250, you can get this dress. Now, here is the kicker, okay? Not only is this dress really affordable, as is, but this brand, Two Birds, is all convertible. So all the straps on this can be worn like 50 different ways, truly. You can do one shoulder, you can do halter, you can do crisscross, you can do, wrap it around Grecian style. You can do like twist the straps and do different things. Um, it's insane to me. Like, so you can probably wear this like 8 to 10 different ways, and it truly looks like a different dress every time. For this price, let's say you wear it 10 times, that's under $25 a wear. You cannot get a dress for that price point that looks like this. Like this looks like an awards dress to me. The black velvet makes it feel really edgy and cool, but it also makes it feel elegant. It can go super conservative. It can go like rocker style. It really can do all these different vibes, for lack of better word. You can do all these different vibes, and it's so affordable. The black velvet, if you're wondering, like, would you wear it for summer? I think that you can. Because of the style of this dress, you can get away with it at summer. If it were long sleeve, um, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that at summer. But because it has the slit, it has all the different ways to do the straps, it can even be strapless, you can definitely get away with it. This is definitely more, of a more formal looking dress, but you can style it in ways that feel less formal to really maximize the wear here. Does the sizing really feel like it is that true? 2 to 12. So right now I'm a size 4. I would say that it's very accurate. There's a lot of room. Um, I would play around with it. I think it has a lot of room to play with here. I would be curious to try it on someone that is like a 12. But it's the sizing is really cool here. You also can do extra length. So if you're a taller person, definitely get the extra length. I'm 5'8", so I was really happy with it as is. But if you were taller than me, I would get the extra length, especially if you plan on wearing it with a taller heel. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous dress. And this brand has tons of different colors. So if you're a bride and you're looking for bridesmaids dresses, or you're a bridesmaid and you're in charge of picking your own dress, I highly recommend this, because I just think there's nothing out there that gives you the range, maximizing the cost per wear like a dress like this does. How many ways can you wear it? Does it tell you, or you have to decide? So I actually took a step further and I went on the Two Birds website, and there are tutorials to wear it like 8 ways. Okay. So already there's 8 ways that you can wear it, and it shows you on there exactly how to do it. Maybe I will do another video another time of various Two Birds dresses and how to wear them. But so that's 8 right there. Truly though, I think you can get more out of it. I think if you really start getting creative and you start getting comfortable with it, I think you could play around and really get more than 8 wears. But even if you're getting 8 wears, like think about that. That's 8 dresses, okay? And because it's black, first of all, we know it's not white, so that goes with my first rule. And you can play with all the accessories. Like, hello, these shoes would totally go with this dress. You can do an open toe basic black shoe. I threw in a shoe from Sam Edelman on my collections on my profile for you guys, and it has a chunkier heel. So if you're doing an outdoor wedding and you don't want to sink into the grass, throw a shoe like that on there. You can do a metallic shoe. You can do, a really dressy sandal if it's something that's really, dressy enough. There's so many different ways to do this, and if you are on a budget, or if you're not and you just don't want to spend a lot of money, if you have a bunch of different weddings and you don't want to spend a ton of money on a bunch of different dresses, this is an amazing option. I wish I would have thought of this, because I feel like I personally don't want to buy 10 dresses a year for weddings. I want to buy like 2 or 3. Okay. So if this was one of my dresses, I immediately feel like I already have 8 dresses and then I only have to buy like one more. And it's such an affordable price, but I truly would pay a lot more of this for this dress because you can wear it so many different ways. So that's that. The quality is really great on both of these and the shoes. All 3 of these pieces, the quality is amazing. I'm really impressed. These were brands that I was not familiar with in person. I had seen them online, but I had never actually seen them in person. So you never really know. But I'm really impressed with the quality, and I'm a little bit of a snob. So I, highly recommend them, even though they are affordable price points. Don't let that make you think that the quality is not great, because it's really impressive. Does anybody have any questions? This has been so fun. The time goes by so quickly. I should have had champagne. It's like dressing for a wedding, pretending you're at a wedding. I'm usually like 3 glasses deep by this point. Are there different occasions to wear different length dresses? That's an amazing question. Okay, so people ask me this actually all the time. The deciphering of the guest list, or the dress code, excuse me. The deciphering of the dress code. Let's call it, like, there's always like weird things, right? So we have the obvious, like black tie. Okay, so black tie for men means a tuxedo. If it's white tie, that means tails, super, super formal. But black tie means a traditional men's tuxedo. If you know the couple or you know the occasion and you feel like you can get away with like a fun color or a fun print in your jacket, then go for it. But that's pretty, you need to be sure on that, because a lot of times black tie just means a black tuxedo. I always recommend having a little fun with maybe your bow tie or your tie and your pocket square. I like a really classic tux, and you can't go wrong. You can wear it forever. For women, black tie typically means a gown or a floor length dress. It doesn't have to be a big poofy gown, but a floor length dress is what's usually appropriate. Having said that, in a more modern era where we are now, society, we're a much more casual society. So you do see women and girls in shorter dresses for black tie. My rule there is, if you're going to do short, it needs to be a fancy short dress. Okay. It needs to have some 3D applique like this dress. It needs to have some embellishment. It needs to have some poof to it. Like, it needs to feel really fancy. You don't want to be the girl that's in just like a dinner dress to a black tie wedding. I just don't think that's appropriate. There's lots of ways to play around with it, but you want to keep it formal. Black tie is formal. Then there's cocktail. Cocktail's more, flexible. You can wear short dresses there. That's always an occasion where a short dress is appropriate. You can wear long. If it's cocktail and you choose to wear long, I would not do anything that feels super fancy. So this black velvet dress would totally work for a cocktail attire because it's simple. I wouldn't do anything that has big skirt or a train or anything like that. That's not really appropriate for cocktail. Black tie optional. That can kind of go in between. Choose your own adventure there. And then lower than that, more casual, there's like garden party, there's beach formal, there's things like that. Anytime somebody says formal, that means women, go long. That's what I would say. Should you always match with your +1? That is a great question. I think do what you want to do, okay? So it's not prom, right? It's not senior prom where the girl picks out her dress and she says, okay, Ryan, I need you to wear a lavender vest with your tuxedo because my dress is lavender, and then you wear a lavender tie, and then my corsage should have lavender. You don't have to do that, okay? You can if that makes you happy. I don't think you need to do it. I think it feels very juvenile. It feels kind of prom or quince, it kind of has that feeling to it. I don't think you need to match. However, coordinating with your +1 is always preferred, because guess what? You're going to want to print these pictures. You're going to want to frame them and put them in your house. And if you guys look like a hot mess, you're not going to want to. So coordinating is always good. My fiance, who's my obvious +1 these days, he's pretty classic. So he typically goes with a dark suit and a white shirt, or a black tuxedo and a white shirt. Therefore, I always match him. I always match him no matter what I wear. If I wear black, we look great together. If I were to wear white, which we know I wouldn't because it's a wedding, I would look great with him. I can wear a color. It's perfect. When you're going more casual, that's where the matching kind of comes into play. So I always go with you want to go. You don't want to match. Okay. Um, Look at your color wheel. Look at complement colors. If he's in a blue suit, you want to look at pinks, oranges, reds. That kind of complements blues. Okay. If he's in a gray suit, you can kind of do whatever you want, and then you can play around with the accessories and things like that. But like I said, you want to go. You don't want to match. Would you ever wear a feminine suit to a wedding? 1000% I would wear a suit to a wedding. Absolutely. I think a suit or a women's tuxedo is super, super elegant. It's extremely stylish. It's very sexy if tailored appropriate, if tailored